My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Slice and Dice. Let's jump back into hard mode. Here in the classic dungeons, we'll choose a curse at the very start. Before we choose the curse, actually, I think this is the way to do it. We need to look at our classes. We need to look at what we are good at doing, what we are bad at doing, what we may die to, and what we may not. So Lost, 3 HP, so low max HP, but we do have a ranged poison attack, a 2 damage cruel, a 1 damage cruel, another 1 damage cruel, and a blank space. The Ruffian has a 5 damage pain space, but only 4 max HP, so we need to defend them in some way for them to be able to use that. The Squire can do that with a shield 2 focus, also has damage 1 focus and the ability to redirect other attacks themselves. And the Mystic with heal and shield 1 mana gain, heal 1 mana gain, heal 1 or mana 1. Student gives the ability to repeat things and a shield 1 mana gain. Or 2 shield 1 mana gains. The Slice is the AoE spell for us as well as Gaze for an additional reroll. How will those affect us here? Start damaged. All heroes, 1 out of every 2 max HP starts empty. So not losing that much, but also we don't have much to lose and it might be crucial that we have it. Armor +++, turn 1, 2 armor. At the start of of the first turn, shield 2 to all enemies. Null. Oh, Null is a tough thing to add to a fight. That's a lot of damage you have to deal to it. Oh boy. So the Null is a tough enemy. I'm probably not going to do that one. And monster HP. All monsters +1 HP for each 4 base HP. So the only way I can even kill a Null in a single attack is with the Ruffian using a 5 damage pain attack, because it has to be at least 4 damage to kill it. And I can't do that without someone else supporting the Ruffian. So that's 2 actions at the start of every fight, and one of them has to be high rolling on the Ruffian, another one has to be high rolling on another. I cannot do that. That one's not happening. Armor? So what are the odds that I can just try and defend myself a bunch on the first turn and wait? Not super high. We don't have a large amount of defense. I mean, the shields from the Student are nice. The shield from the Mystic as well. The Squire does have redirects. I mean, maybe we are a little bit better at defending than I think. But are we good at waiting? The Lost, I guess, has the ability to do a ranged poison strike. We could consider armor, I think. Start damaged. I am worried that start damage might actually even kill me in this first fight. Legitimately. Monster HP, all monsters +1 for each 4 base HP. I think that is probably the easiest for us to actually deal with. Let's take it. So it gives 1 HP to the wolf. I mean, certainly in this fight, it's obviously the easiest to deal with. It's just going to make higher demands of what I have to be able to accomplish in the future. Squire rolls high, and so does the Lost. I'm going to take the Ruffian's defense value there as well, just in case no one else gets any more, and they don't. Lost snipes the archer in the back line, gives them a poison to remember them by, and the archer is dead. Oh, another high roll, baby! Squire even has a redirect themselves, so we're... Oh my god! The high roll! The Ruffian gets their cleave, the Student just gives them the ability to do it again, and then the Lost is going to poison the wolf. Making for a very, very, very simple end of this fight. Cores only have 7 HP, so they'll get +1 to a maximum of 8. So that's not as bad as it could be. I'm trying to think, what is going to be one of the worst things to encounter with this +1 HP per 4? I mean, bosses are going to be tough. Oh. Can I really afford to take statue with no item now? Because I do want my upgrades. I do want them. I don't want to skip an upgrade this early. I need the power from them. But at the same rate, losing the Lost right now is tough. I really need the the damage. Maybe I'm just associating the fact that the Lost had been high rolling consistently, and if I don't get that consistently, it's significantly less valuable than I'm thinking. I'm gonna take the Juggler here. Yeah, let's get some consistent output of damage. Plus the potential to combo with things that really appreciate having cantrip. Okay. Squire, you'll take that defense. Ruffian, that's your second best side, I'll give you that. That being the 1 damage cleave here. Everyone else is going to push their rolls again. Neat. This is really good. In fact, exactly what I was hoping for. The student uses the shield 1 mana gain on the Juggler, setting up a focus from the Squire, so we can shield them for 4 from only a value of 2 initially. And then everyone else just throws out reasonable effects here against the Boar and the Crone. I'm also going to gaze in order to get an extra reroll next turn. Having the ability to get an extra reroll is a really good consideration for, you know, a heavy cantrip character like the Juggler. And I really wish I'd been clever enough to say that at the time. But let's pretend I was. What a good idea I had. Definitely, intentionally. Very proud of it. Oh boy. These rolls are going... Squire is going to send 2 damage into the Boar on the top line, and the Juggler will finish them off. And then this Crone can be easily dispatched by a Ruffian, all buffioned up with armor. Okay. Revive Potion, replace the right middle side with revive the topmost 2 defeated allies. Drink. So discard all of your potion items, and Caster. Replace blank sides with heal 1. I kind of want to take the revive potion and just have it ready for a later fight. There's no reason for me to use it here. Ooh, okay. Core eggs have 5 HP now, but also goblins have 6. That's to be expected. I'm not expecting that to be a uniquely difficult breakpoint for us to reach. You have new items to continue without equipping. Yeah, I don't need that potion. Gonna save that for a fight that I really think I'm disadvantaged in. Man. Mystic gets their best space. Shield mana gain. The Squire gets their best space. Juggler gets their best space, but we still want to push their rerolls for more damage. Gets their best space again! And again! My god! Wait a second. Yeah, that's actually going to be enough. I mean, when the Juggler does 6 damage for free, and then another 2 at the end, it really, really helps. So the Juggler is one of our big damage classes here, being the Rogue. The other big damage class is the second... I don't really know what to call this slot. I'll call it the Ruffian slot at the moment, the yellow slot. And I'm currently being offered the Berserker with the ability to deal 4 damage and pain, as well as having the 3 damage Death Wish sides. This really uniquely appeals to me right now, because without this upgrade, I may not have access to the ability to deal 4 damage to a single target in order to remove a zombie. It's always a breakpoint I am particularly keen on hitting. 4 damage is also very important for killing a gnoll outright in a single hit, wasting as few dice as possible to do so. Yep, it's the upgrade we take. Didn't need to be convinced that hard of that. So the Alpha here has picked up some extra HP. What are they usually? So it can't be 12. They're usually 13? Because they get an additional 3 for each 4 and 12. Neat. The Berserker's 3 damage Death Wish is actually probably their best strike right now. I don't need the extra 1 damage as much as I need them not to take 4. Squire, that's your best defensive side. You'll take it. Everyone else pushes. And again. As it turns out, I would actually be able to kill the top wolf if only I had 1 more damage, such as from the Berserker. Let's keep the Squire alive right now, giving them 4 shield from the focus effect. I think I'll also set up Gaze just every available turn for the extra rerolls. I think that's almost always going to be the correct thing for me to be doing here. And then ideally we just kill the wolf on the return here with a cantrip dagger from the juggler. Immediately happens. Student, that's one of your best sides. You will absolutely take that. It's also important the student takes the shield 1 mana gain as something that helps set up for shield 2 focus on the Squire. Speaking of shield 2 focus on the Squire, the Mystic gets a heal 1 and shield, all good. I'm also going to take the Berserker's self-damage here. Juggler fails the roll, doesn't fail the next one, thankfully. Very, very pleased with the targeting of the alpha right there. Okay, they're going for the Squire now, overkilling them by 1 damage apparently. Actually, hang on. 3 damage and then 3 damage repeat. Okay, I think we push for lethal this turn. Can I please have one of the daggers? Oh my god. That's not how that was supposed to go. But I can also just full defend the Squire, just in case. But pretty sure we've got the lethal with the burst there. 2 of Hearts and the Sapphire. 2 of Hearts at the start of each turn, self-heal 2 if you're on exactly 2 HP. And Sapphire, replace the middle left side with +2 mana. I definitely want the 2 of Hearts out of these. The one that I can most easily manipulate the HP of is the Squire, because the Squire has the ability to redirect attacks to themselves. The Berserker I always kind of want to keep relatively healthy, but I guess at the end of their turn, they do often end on low HP and then get healed up back again at the start of the next turn. Yeah, let's attempt to use the 2 of Hearts on the Berserker here. Something like that. That's just me capturing frames that are going to be useful in making the thumbnail. Hey, don't judge me. The ogre is going to kick all of us, and the snake is going to try their darndest to do the same. If I shield the Squire themselves for 2 this turn, I will also just heal back up, but ideally I kill the snake. So I think we continue Wait, does the Squire have anything that's significantly better than this? No. Okay, you just take that. And then everyone else's pushes. Wild. I'm going to use the Berserker for 2 damage and then heal them back up with the Mystic and the Student repeating in order to kill the snake. I would really like to not have to deal with the poison over the course of the rest of this fight, as we've got 12 HP we still have to work through on the Ogre. So 4 damage to the Ogre right now would cause them to now deal 2 damage in response to all of us. So then I would also need to shield the Berserker in some fashion. Mystic's heal and mana gain is good enough for that. Berserker attacks, Squire follows up with the same, and then I make sure that the Berserker is going to end on 2 HP, so they start their next turn on 2 HP so that they heal up. This is gonna be good. Hey! 2 free HP. Love it. I mean, yeah, just defend the Berserker and then let them murder here. Or, the Juggler will have it in hand. Armorer and Vampire. So Armorer gives us an upgrade to the Squire with a 3 damage heavy side, some shield 1 cleaves, a shield 4, and shield 1 smith sides. Shield 1 smith is not particularly good for the Berserker, because while it does give them an armor, it also increases the damage they take to their own strike. I mean, it's okay for cleave. Not particularly good for a Juggler, obviously. The vampire is the ability to get some nice damage in our red slot. Having a 2 damage self-heal, or rather 2 of those, a 2 mana, a heal 1 to all other allies pain fatality, so give them all 1 max HP, and then fill it, as well as a heal 5, and the spell to infuse healing 2 to all allies for 3 mana. Do I need an additional source of 2 damage right now? It's a little bit more mana generation as well, because the vampire is often going to stop on the 2 mana space. I will say, it's not a combo that will exist for long, because obviously we'll upgrade the Mystic eventually, but the Squire, the Armorer rather, using Shield 1 on a student's mana gain, or the Mystic's heal and Shield 1 mana gain, is incredible. You're not just increasing it by 1 shield, you're increasing it by 1 heal, 1 shield, and 1 mana. It's triple dipping. You know what? I want to triple dip. I've convinced myself. I convinced myself, and no small part of it was because I said the words triple dip, and I liked how they sounded. I fear it's possible that the audio in the background, the OST, has been very, very quiet this entire time, so I'm just going to slightly increase that. This is getting the Into the Breach soundtrack. And fronty. Student hits a good side, so does the Armorer. I mean, the Armorer could settle for that, but the Armorer would be happy with a lot of other sides right now as well. Berserker, I would really prefer you do 4 damage, though. That'll do. Nice work, Armorer. That's probably the best hit we could have gotten there. 4 HP to save the student. The Slimer in the center is definitely the target I would like to take out first. And noting that we can, we should. And then highest priority is probably going to be the lowest goblin. Unfortunately, the Berserker is 1 short of taking the damage that would have gotten them the heal here. Rude. 4 damage on the Berserker. I am going to have to find some way to fund their ability to cast it, though. Getting kind of close with the Student, the Armorer, and the Mystic combo there. Okay. Let's just try some stuff before I start attempting to actually think. Because thinking is the mind killer. See? It would have been useless to think there. I would have wasted my goddamn time. We have the Idol of Ayu, which is +1 max HP per Val in your name. And the Tower Shield. Replace the middle left side with Shield 7 Heavy. It must target the person with the most HP. Targeting the person with the most HP and taking the middle left side, not that great. A bonus that only requires that I have vowels in my name. The Berserker has 3. Pretty cool. I'll take it. Up against Sudil, as well as 2 corpses here. Hoping to deal, 6 damage now to the corpses, of course, because they've got the extra +1 HP. That makes sense. Okay, so a 4 from the Berserker. Armor defending for 4 is one of its best results. If I can get 2 damage against the corpse, I mean, that locks it. That can just take the corpse out, which is incoming damage against the juggler as well, so the aggressive action we take here is also the defensive action. I'm going to gaze for the extra reroll in the next turn. The Berserker is weakened by 2. We don't really expect to use them this turn as a result. I mean, maybe their Death Wish side. Or not, actually. We can kill the corpse with just these 2 attacks. And in fact, I'm going to do that. And just very safely move over to the next turn, rather than try and push this that far. Now we aren't weakened. We have enough HP to even just cast directly at the Ludus. They low roll, hitting their 1. I almost feel bad for them. Okay, we find ourselves with a choice between Enchanter and Glacier. Hey, good thing here. Both of these retain the option of a shield 1, heal, and mana gain side. So they still give us the ability to combo with the Armorer. Neat. I'm glad that that managed to persist. It doesn't always. Okay, Wings for 3 mana, heal 3 flanking is pretty cool. That's 2 mana, heal 6. Obviously, heal 6 optimally, not necessarily always going to work like that. The Enchanter also has add self-shield to target side for a turn, add self-heal and self-shield to target side for a turn, add self-heal to target side for a turn. So, especially in the support of the Berserker, the Enchanter here definitely seems the most powerful. Oh, the Fanatic has a lot of HP, that's tough. Oh boy. The Glacier, however, gives us access to Weaken, which we do not otherwise yet have access to. More consistent mana generation. The ability to nullify very specific boss turns. I think I'm going to take Glacier. Glacier can also get 3 max HP from the Idol of Ayu, but I'm not certain I want to give that to them. The Armorer can also get 3. I'm going to throw it on the Berserker. I'm going to keep it on the Berserker just so they have more HP to play with at this point, but I do wonder if it might be more applicable on a target that isn't necessarily going to be struck with the heavy strike from the bell, because heavy is going to target the person with the most HP on turn 1. No, yeah, let's give it to the Armorer for exactly that reason. Make sure that the Armorer is capable of taking that strike. Not that it matters, because the bell instead decides to summon an imp. I would like to prevent that with a Weaken this turn if possible. Glacier does high roll at 2 mana. I could use the Chill as my way to weaken the bell, but I kind of want to keep the 2 mana. What am I going to just keep rolling, looking for exclusively the 1 side out of 6? No, I keep that. The Armorer, that is a good hit from you, the 3 damage heavy there, but I would really like you to do Armor this turn, Armorer. Mystic, if you could possibly do the same. Okay. So I want to get value out of the health and the shielding. So if I do the Berserker's attack and then the Mystic heals and shields them, I get full value out of that. I'll make sure to gaze for the next turn, and I'm not even going to push anything else here. So the Fanatic is going to deal 8 pain damage to the Glacier, so that's next turn, I'm definitely just going to have to kill the Fanatic. Yeah, I cannot withstand them just dealing 8 damage to another target like this. Glacier heal 1, or shield 1 mana gain. Still like that here. Ooh, the imps having 5 HP. That is actually really tough. They're going to summon skeletons that also have 5 HP. That is a lot of extra damage on summonables that we are required to be able to deal with. It's totally reasonable for these two to use those 2 damage sides. Armorer, I would really prefer if you actually did shield this turn. No, that's fine. If you shield Glacier, then Glacier can shield you back. Well, actually, we probably need to shield the Juggler. We take out the Fanatic. If I burst 2 times here, I can save the Juggler. I could also just chill the Bell in order to deal 2 damage as well as reduce 2 incoming damage against the Juggler. Then I'll use a Gaze. The Juggler, unfortunately, could possibly throw daggers at the Imp and kill themselves here. I really hope they do not. But I am inviting the opportunity of chaos into my life. Lacey, that 2 mana might be your best roll right now. So, we take down the bones with the Berserker. I'm going to try and make sure the Berserker also ends the turn on 2 HP, which they now will. Still can't take down the Imp, and the Bell is now summoning again. Man. Ugh, these bones! I'm going to gaze again. Hold on to the rest of my mana. Please stop summoning! Oh wait, I forgot the other sides are so much damage. Go back to summoning! Okay, a 4 damage instance from the Berserker is pretty much always going to be one of the things we're going to need in this instance, unfortunately. Cantrips from the Juggler at the wrong target are pretty unhelpful. This is one of the best sides for the Mystic at this point. Okay, I cannot push the Juggler anymore, lest they die. Okay, I'm going to try and play out this turn. If I need to, I can undo and re-roll any of these that I still want to. So, the 2 damage heavy would definitely go against the Bell. It must. There is no alternative option for us. The Juggler is taking a poison instance this turn, so they are just dead. If I murder the Bell with Burst, I can make it such that only the Berserker and the Juggler die this turn. Unfortunately, that does remove most of my damage, and we leave 2 units that can still summon other monsters onto the field. So maybe I want to just let the Bell... Oh, do I want to let the Bell kill the Armorer? Probably not. Oh, the Armorer is good, though. So maybe I'm more fine with the Berserker dying, which means then I attempt to... I mean, the heavy attack always goes against the Bell. There's no way we can work around that. I attempt to keep the Armorer alive instead. Allowing the Berserker to die in this turn. If the Bell doesn't die, though, it's the one dealing the 1 damage that finishes off a bunch of different targets. I can keep Glacier alive with 2 bursts right now. I guess I can keep Armorer and Glacier each alive with 1 burst, but then I'm still losing the Juggler. And still leaving all of the other targets on the field that I didn't want to leave. Okay, which of these do I want to lock then? The Berserker getting their 6 damage side would be incredible. I would love that. I think I can continue to push the Berserker for the possibility of that, definitely. I think Glacier getting a Shield 1 mana gain side would actually be really good, because then the Armorer could also roll a Shield 1 Smith side. Each of them could save one another, and I generate 2 mana. Juggler, you are way too likely to kill yourself if I just hit that. It's awful. You'll just hit one of the spikes and then... Okay, we can't let that happen. I'm gonna have to push on the rest of these, despite the fact all of them looked pretty good. Oh boy, they got worse. Okay. Well, now the Berserker is doing nothing. Which, boy howdy, that sure doesn't feel as good. I can keep the Berserker alive with a burst now. Oh, wow. So we keep the Berserker alive, and the Bell is now going to die in this next turn after attempting to summon it. If I can just weaken the Bell, then that prevents a lot from them, and I would be pleased with that. The Armorer can currently save 2 targets on the field with just that ability. Berserker, could you please roll? Thank you. Actually, the Berserker rolled their Death Wish side. They can just take the bell out. Is that the best removal from the field? So, go for that shield there. We could keep the Berserker alive and have them heal. I can get an additional reroll as well next turn. Do I want that? I don't think necessarily. Thankfully, neither of the imps summoned that turn. And they won't again. The fact that we had 2 summons that early was actually kind of absurd. I mean, it's a 1 in 6. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. The Armorer can shield the Berserker, who can then strike both of the imps and the bones, dealing 2 damage to each. That's all really good. And then I have the ability to start trying to remove targets from the field with bursts. So the Glacier is definitely going down. And I can only burst 1 target. I mean, the only one I can really save is the Berserker. And then if I burst the Imp, I can also save the Armorer, so we have a little bit of support for them in the next round. Lose the Mystic and the Glacier. God, this bell fight was tough. I say was, it is. It's not over. Yeah, that I can't use the pain side. Cannot use the pain side. When I said it's not over, what I meant was it's extremely over. And not in a good way. I didn't know I was gonna need the potion! Let off! I didn't know! Goodbye, Armorer. And hello, I guess, to Shortcut Hard Mode. Choose a curse. Oh boy, it's going to be even more important we know our classes now. Ninja has 2 damage double use. The Copycat Signs, we've got another Berserker. We've got a Cleric for healing and shielding at the same time. We've got a Druid for growth, attacks, mana generation, and a little bit of cleansing. And a Mage who still hasn't even leveled up. -1 reroll, definitely don't want that. All heroes add decay to all sides. Buddy. What? No. Sandstorm at the start, sorry, at the end of every 3rd turn, 2 damage to all allies. Or Monster Pristine adds Pristine to all sides. They do 2 times the effect if they have full HP. I'm gonna take Monster Pristine and try and play around that because it seems the least threatening, at least threatening to me rather. Oh wow, is that a thimble? No, it's a tower shield and early grave. Okay, let's have a look at these. Leather vest, +1 max HP, probably on the Berserker. Troll nose, regenerate 1 health at the end of the turn, also on the Berserker. Tower shield, replace the middle left side with shield 7 heavy, probably don't want that. And early grave, +3 empty max HP, add cantrip to all pain sides. Absolutely, I'm doing it. We are now cantripping pains on the Berserker, and I am going to need to heal the hell out of them with the Cleric and the Druid in order to support this. I gotta try. I must. I simply must. Oh no. I just realized something funny. I'm gonna let it happen though. What's the ninja's copycat gonna inherit? Pain and cantrip at the same time. I mean, God, if I ever actually roll the site. One in 6 on the Druid. 2 and 6 on the mage, 2 and 6 on the berserker. But again, that's each individual roll. The cleric managed to dodge all of their defensive spaces. This one... You know, if a horse tries to buck you off enough times, I think you're supposed to get the hint. I believe I'm now dead in this fight. Having done nothing to the enemies on turn 1 and just losing a target like that, I don't believe I'm capable of continuing and winning. I can try and demonstrate it. Oh, man. There you go, no pristine effects for you. You can still summon this turn, though. We then lose our mage. We now have a berserker. Just a berserker for our damage, really. The druid has damage. Probably shouldn't use it. The berserker lands an attack and is now going to die if they do their next attack, but I also can't let them roll because they'll probably die if they do that too. The cleric doesn't have the ability to save them with that. The druid finds their damage. The cleric can save the berserker with that attack. Nice. And in fact does so. Knowing that the spiker is going to kill the druid, there's no reason not to just attack the druid back. If the berserker rolls the pain damage side, they will now die. And if they don't, I will probably. All right, we're actually in the realm where the berserker might be able to win the fight by killing the enemy with the pain. There we go. Oh, no, wait, I took the spikes as well at the same time. Okay, the cleric doesn't have the ability to deal enough damage to save us here, do we? I'm gonna need mana. I guess I can heal myself. I'm going to do a shortcut on normal now. Yeah, even if I managed to find the mana to kill the enemy there, or attack the enemy even, nothing was going to keep me alive ultimately. I was not going to be able to generate enough resources faster than the enemy was going to be able to generate the damage to kill me. Gambler, Gladiator, Buckle, Medic, and Sparky are our options here. We've got decent damage. A lot of fairly basic things going on in this build. Mini crossbow. Replace the rightmost side with ranged and engage. 2 damage. I'm going to put that on the Gambler, giving them another space that's worth their while. Enchanted Shield. At the start of each turn, self-shield 1. Love that. Putting it on the Gladiator. Big Hammer. Replace the 2 left sides with 5 damage heavy and blank. Is that specifically going to be good in this fight? I think that might be better than the Medic's 2 heal sides in this fight, just giving us the ability to kind of wallop down the bones and the imps up against which we are. The Buckle having a higher possibility of maintaining pristine a couple of turns in with the 2 shield they'll get on turn 1 from the Anchor also seems like a good idea to me. There's that 5 damage coming in clutch. The Gladiator is also going to clear up much the same. Gambler, that is the ranged one, so that'll go against one of the imp targets. So I'm actually just gonna have the medic take out the imp there as well. Beauty. Literally just the bones left and they flee. Statue and Guardian. I mean, you know, shield to engage is quite nice. Don't really have much I can do with the statue. I can give them a heavy attack, possibly. Well, I can give the statue a heavy attack as well as a ranged crossbow attack, but I think I will also want them to be useful right now. I like the statue a lot, and I want to take the statue more, but I always feel like I risk dying by doing so. I feel like I need to have something powerful in my back pocket that allows me to take it. Either a combination with it, or another combination of heroes that is themselves just powerful enough to make it worth my while. I'm going to give the 2 shield to the Gladiator now, giving them 3 block on turn 1. Do I really want to give 3 block on turn 1 to the class that is also capable of generating their block for themselves? Probably not. I'm going to give the Gambler it instead. There we go. Zag on them. Guardian rolls their best defensive side. I will allow them to keep it. Medic. Do I want your mana? Yeah, it's your second best side right now. And in fact, all of the other ones do nothing for me, so I do not want to push that too far. Nice. High rolled on the Gambler as well. Love to see it. So the high roll on the Gambler will give me the ability now to remove the Slimer from the battlefield. Guardian defends themselves. We only have the incoming poison damage from the Banshee now to worry about. If I desperately wanted to, I could kill both of these Slimelets. But I could also just save to see if I have the ability to easily kill it in the next round. See, it's not even doing anything in this round. I'll save that mana instead. 100% skill. 100% right, Gambler. Well done, buddy. And in fact, this will be the end of the Banshee. We'll do 2 damage with the engage effect there. Actually, I want to do 5 damage, then 1 with the engage effect, so that I can use the zap, kill an enemy with exactly 4 HP ranged on the Banshee, and then murder the Slimelet following. Simplicity. That's neat. Plus onto all basic heal, mana, damage, and shield sides. We could also get the spell Heat, which is 3 mana to heal 3 to all allies with shields. Cleanse. Simplicity is, like, very good for my Gambler right now, for instance. It's just 3 damage. But I could also just take classes that it's very, very good with, like Dablist. From the Gambler turning into Dablist, this would just be +1 across the board for us. I think I'm gonna take Simplicity. I just think it's neat. Let's get that 2 self-shield over onto another character, making space here. The Gambler now has a 6 as their high roll as well, so they are kind of just looted, basically. The Medic having another opportunity to deal 5 damage to a target on this field, where the zombies take 5 and die, and the corpses take 5 and die, is so important. I will let them keep their big hammer. In fights that are more likely to go into attrition, I'm obviously going to need to respond differently. Gladiator, you do have a side that just instantly murders the zombie, so I would like you to try and push for it. You did not find it. Thankfully, the Medic did, but you should do this to the zombie that's doing 3 damage to everyone rather than 2 damage to everyone. Defend the Gambler. Gambler, just murder the other zombie then. And Gladiators start work on the courts. Great. So I think that's Inflict Pain that we have on the Gambler. Yeah. Oh no, Inflicted Single Use. The next thing the Gambler uses will only be used once. That's fine. Actually, completely fine with us. Legitimately not a problem in any fashion, form, or state. Gambler, that's a bunch of damage. Well done. Guardian, that killed a Quartz. Sparky, so did that. Well done. Fight over. Brawler reveals themselves unto us. The Brawler has 3 damage. Well, I mean, hang on. Hang on. The Brawler has 3 damage steal. On turn 1, they would already have 6 damage with this effect. They also have Rampage, which is very important against Bones, or can be very important against Bones. They're up against the Mimic, who has the ability to allow a target hero to reuse their dice, has Shield 3 Duplicate, so copies that onto all allied sides this turn, as well as Shield 2 Copycat, which inherits all previously used dice this turn. They also get a copy of the top hero's top side and the bottom hero's bottom side. Interestingly enough, it is a copy of the top hero's top side. It is not a copy of the base. So it would be modified. So if those sides were particularly huge, that could be big for us. I can't use it here though, because the Brawler is so good and very synergistic with a bunch of the stuff that I already have access to. The Medic in this fight, I suspect I will need access to heal 1 regen, maybe? Is that true? more than 5 damage heavy. 5 damage heavy just hits the Rotten in this. I can't even hit the backline. Yeah, I stand by this. Great. Let's go. The bones on the bottom are focusing on killing Sparky. I should focus on killing them first. Gambler rolls the ability to murder one of them instantaneously. We will take them up on the offer. That's unfortunate. The Brawler's not going to be able to use the Rampage in any significant fashion here. I'm going to try and use it to set up the ability to Rampage on the top side later. The medic is going to set up a regen on herself. Just to try and help keep her around, keeping the rest of the folks on board around. 100% skill. My god, the Gambler don't miss! It's so good! The Guardian has the ability to provide a lot of shields to someone who is already on full HP. Which is no one right now. I would prefer their cleave effect. In fact, each of their cleave effects I would possibly prefer here. Medic with the heal seems great right now. There's Rampage, but again, Sparky only rolls the charged single-use side with no mana. No mana whatsoever to utilize it. Okay. That's a big heal. That's big shields. I mean, the Guardian and the Medic really came in clutch in that turn. They were absolutely holding down the fort there. I can prevent some more incoming damage on the Guardian, prevent 2 of that incoming damage by focusing on targets individually here, but I think the 6 damage should just go against the Rotten. I do need to have the ability to remove it. It's not removing itself. I should certainly help it along. Rampage is going to be the right space this side because we are going to make it the right one. There's incoming poison to a lot of different targets this turn. I think the Medic's heal with Cleanse is going to be worthwhile. Sparky, great hit. Okay, let me just try some stuff initially. Guardian, strike the thems. Then Brawler, murder the bones on top, murder the bones next, murder the imp next to that bones, set up, knock down, and then we have just more damage for the Rotten. Great. No problem with this whatsoever. Just do 2 damage next turn. What could be easier? Okay, it was very difficult to do 2 damage, so I did 3 instead. Glowing Egg, add growth to the leftmost side. I mean, a lot of characters would like growth on the leftmost side. Do they need it, though? Hourglass on turn 1, +1 to all sides. Or a random tier 5 or 7 item. I'm going to take the Glowing Egg. I would really like if I got someone who had cantrip on their leftmost side and the Glowing Egg was cantripping like that. I just want to see it. I just think it'd be neat. Again. Glowing Egg, so far, I guess will go on Spark. No, but I always want to hit that side. I'm happy with it. Well, I guess it is the only side that I really want to consistently roll on Sparky right now, unfortunately. We're up against Bandit, Slate, Sniper, and another Bandit. The Slate is going to be able to be reduced and then removed instantly with the Zap spell. Very important here, because otherwise this would be a nightmare. Otherwise this would be even more of a nightmare, rather. Two mana on the Medic is their best side right now. Brawler, you have a couple of better sides. I would really like if the Brawler also would just hit the side that's good on the Brawler. Because they don't do that, and that would be good if they did. Guardian, do the appropriate defense. Brawler, could you just... You have, like, this whole 6 damage steal side. You've never rolled it. Never in your entire life. You rolled all of the other available ones. Please, I just want to see what it looks like. I won't even use it. I just want to see what it looks like. We kill the sniper in the back line. We, I guess, set up against the slate. Zap him out of existence. Good defense value there. Now we've just got 2 bandits to take down. Ease. I mean, I guess I'll use the bandit's shield here. Thank you. My damage sides are so... Why am I had a lot of... I'm just... We're good now. It's all fine. We even clear some of the poison the bandit was throwing out against the Brawler there. They keep hitting the big damage sides. That's okay. I'll just get enough to kill them. Slowly. I don't need to just push it to happen over a single turn. It's fine if it's slightly slower than that. If I can just safely do it, that's good enough. Ooh, they don't even deal any relevant damage this turn. And in fact, that's already the kill. Beauty. Goodbye to the bandit. We saw you too long. Sorcerer! Sorcerer does have 1 mana cantrip. That's their leftmost side. That's where the growth is. Let's do it. So glad we got that. There you go, buddy. Extra monsters. We can have an alpha and a ghost added to this fight in order to get a sling. Add underdog to the bottom side. Underdog says ×2 if the target has more HP than you. More HP than you. ×2 if the target has more HP than you? That's not commonly relevant. Yeah, no, I don't want that. That's a lot of extra effect to have to deal with in order to get something that wouldn't actually particularly help me here. Specifically on the bottom side, obviously. If it was on a different side, like, you know, the steel side, it might help the Brawler kill someone in turn 1. Alas, that's not the case. Sorcerer, I want so much mana. I want to kill this Hydra with just that mana, please. Oh, 6 shield as well as 4 damage from the Gambler. 2 huge high rolls right there. Medic doesn't roll higher than 2 mana there too. The Cyclops, I only need to deal 8 damage to you? Yeah, if I deal 8 damage to the Cyclops, I'm going to manage to stun them this round, preventing a lot of the incoming damage. Sorcerer. Why? Why are you like this? That's going to make, unfortunately, this first turn a lot more underwhelming. Gambler's 2 damage is actually now a low roll because hitting the Hydra for 2 damage or 4 damage doesn't really matter. I want to hit it with 5 instances of damage in a single turn. Guardian, that's a pretty low roll for your shielding as well right now, unfortunately. That's great. That just kills the Cyclops outright. We do those. We definitely take that much health. Push the rolls again. Fine. Goodbye to the Cyclops. Start attacking the Hydra. So it's going to be the Guardian, the Gambler, and the Brawler each next turn. Who are minimally effective as a result of the -2 weaken. Oh, and now you're just going to try and spread it to the bottom side? How dare you? We finally get our first on the cantrip growth. Oh, they said it couldn't be done. Brawler agrees to deal 1 instance of damage. So does the Gambler. Well done. The Medic even agrees to help out by making some reductions to the incoming. Hang on. Okay, no, we're 1 mana short, right? Yeah, we would need 1 more instance of damage against the enemies, and we can't do that right now. Okay, so I'm going to prevent the Sorcerer from taking this. Because weakening the Sorcerer is really tough on the Sorcerer. Actually, no. If we use Miasma for the damage, we also get 2 instances, because there's 1 instance of damage and then 1 instance of poison, so we can kill the Hydra this turn. Stasis. Your sides cannot change. Prevents the removal of things that are single use. That can be really good. It can prevent the downsides of particular items as well. That can be good. There's also second chance here. Replace the rightmost side with target hero can use their dice again. I can't put it on the Sorcerer because I always want to just keep pushing the roll on the Sorcerer. That's almost always going to be correct for them. But who would wield this? Would the Guardian wield this? You know, something I've realized recently is it seems like the evens are pretty generally just good. Maybe it's not even just the evens, like, you know, glowing egg, things like that. But then you get to the odds and you end up with things that are more trade-offs, more situational. And so as a result, they have the ability to offer you like gradated tiers of both situational and just powerful items, rather than just having all of the lower tiers be situational and all of the higher tiers be more raw power. It's really cool. It's really well thought out. Ah! I'm gonna stop gushing in a second. Ah! There we go, I'm done. Medic, Big Hammer, is the time for that again in this fight. The ability to straight up strike a snake out is nice, but I think we will actually need the Medic's help. Anyone else want to change any of their stuff right now? No? Alright. Actually, I think the Medic might want the repeat here. Because I'm going to need the Guardian's heal much more commonly, I think. Ugh. So much poison. Okay. Guardian, I would really prefer your engaged shield. Gambler, that's one of your worst sides right now. I will push on you as well. There's the engaged shield. Brawler also does manage to finally roll the 6 damage. It is possible. They do have it. Oh my god, the Sorcerer rolled the growth side and we get to use it at the end of the turn. Yes. It begins. So I can do... Wait. I can do 4 damage to a target. And then I can Miasma. Do I want to try and spread that across to the Sniper? The Sniper is going to be kind of tough for us to take down. Actually, maybe I just take out the Sniper instantly. That's 5 incoming damage on them. And then Miasma might not even be the right option anymore because it's slow for taking out snakes. No, it's still the right option. Let's prevent one of the incoming on that, and then Miasma in the top space. Unfortunately, the Thorn is immune, so it won't just die as a result here. Miasma is 3 mana, and it ultimately does 4 damage here, rather than the 2 mana for 2 damage from burst, so I think it's a good enough return. I mean, minimum of 4 damage, because I knew they were going into the next turn. Brawler has the opportunity of just taking out a target instantaneously. We do that. Medic gives a regen to a character that will heal and survive as a result. Guardian continues to push. Gambler, that 3 damage is also great. Just takes out one of the snakes. All's good here. I almost wonder if I should do some of it differently. Such as the Brawler instead taking out the Thorn with the self-shielding side. Gambler doing the same. Guardian can't save the Gambler in that situation. Okay, Gambler, you don't do the same. You still take out... let's get rid of the Snake. That's going to make the Sorcerer significantly worse off right now. And then we use a single burst to take out this Snake. Because this damage against the Medic is unlikely to be relevant. The 1 damage as well as the 1 poison they're doing at this point. We will wrap out the fight faster than that will have any impact on the fight. So as a result, why not save some resources and allow the Snake to die to a different effect? Just save some extra resources to use against the following Snake. And obviously, you know, there's not a Thorn on the side that's going to be petrifying 2 of my spaces. Was it Petrify? Yeah, it was Petrify. The Brawler can just damage and follow up. Love that. In fact, this is already kills. This is all I needed. Get him, Brawler. Brambles. Friend of mine grows his very own brambles. They twist all around him until he can't move. Knotted Bark is their ability. All heroes add single use to all sides. They have poison. They have some cleave attacks and some high damage attacks. Neat. Cannot wait to encounter you. Twin and the Doctor. Twin and the Doctor. I mean, the Twin could have just, you know, 2 people that all have +2 to shield sides. Is that good? Just having 2 targets on the field that have very low HP as well as very meager shielding ability? I mean, both of them could have the ability to force reuses with second chance. I kind of want to do it. The alternative here is the Doctor with the ability to give poison to all heroes and monsters. The ability also to heal and cleanse in large amounts. I'm going to take the Twin. Let's give you Simplicity. So now all of those sides are worth 2. I think also we should probably give the Twin the second chance. So target hero can use their dice again. And we just high roll to look for that, or low roll we look for the shield 2. It's also going to divert targets from the enemies, right? Because there's going to be 2 of them on the field. So it's worth more than it might just look on face value. 5 damage is good here, but it's not good while it's heavy, because it wants to target the corpses by themselves. Okay, we're good. 2 twins. So this one doesn't have items, but it has inherited all of the effects. Neat. Just a couple rowdy boys out on the hunt. Hell yeah, let's go. I would love if I could use this rampage side. If we could set it up effectively, we would be able to do some really cool stuff by killing the corpses, but it's very difficult for me to set it up effectively as well. Also, this Twin is taking an incoming of 2 damage, and that is enough to kill it. So we should probably prevent that. Medic 2 mana is good for you this turn. That's your best side. Forcing an additional usage is almost always the best thing that a Twin is going to be capable of doing. I'm going to have the other one lock a defense because I just want to make sure that I keep the other Twin alive. And I don't want to just low roll again. Okay. I'm going to have the Brawler attack, and then give them the ability to attack again, so that they can rampage through that target. Oh my god, the Basalt is going to be summoning a Slate. Thankfully, we have Miasma. That's a very, very, very useful ability to have in our back pocket trying to deal with that. Can Renew even affect? Oh my god, Renew can affect Twins that... It can increase their max HP! I did not know this. I did not know this. The Medic Twin combo is real. I thought you could only set it to max HP values they had, not ones they don't, but they do, so I'll give it to them and it's really good. hell of a way to start a fight. So the bottom twin is going to be useless unless they get the force the reroll side. Oh man, sorcerer. You are ready. The twin saves. Brawler's only doing 4 damage right now. Is that a result of something in particular? No, but they will be weakened next turn. I don't have the ability to do the right instances of damage to... Oh my god! The base salt's just summoning another slate. That's really annoying. Yeah, I just have to, like, murder the courts and then try and manage the field continuously after this. I guess the best way to use this is to purge the effect on the twin and then let the twin defend the sorcerer. Miasma next turn is going to be great. Oh my god, it's so effective against these. Stop summoning slates! What are you doing? I can't deal with all of those. Yikes. Okay, sorcerer. Oh my god, the ability to repeat 2 times. Well, I mean, each of them could just force the other one to repeat permanently, and that's it. Whee! Infinite. We did it! We went infinite! Sure, the infinite accomplished nothing, but we did it, and that's the important thing. Am I really going to try and burst 2 times to save that twin? That's so much damage on the gambler right now. It's 15 that they're representing, but the enemy has so much health that like, it's nothing to them. I actually want to roll the lower instances of damage. Okay. So I can do Miasma, doing the 1 chip damage against Basalt. In a reminder here, they have the chip ability. The first time they take 1 damage, double it to 2, and then they become vulnerable to 2. Then if they take 2 damage, double it to 4, and then they become vulnerable to 3. So I want to hit them in increments as best I can. So then we'll hit them with the 2. I can't hit them with a 3 in this round. I do not believe. I'm gonna double burst to keep the twin alive. And... actually... I'm gonna do this just in case there's an achievement for doing it a decent amount of times. Like, oh, activate the target hero can use thing again multiple times in a turn, or use 20 abilities in a turn, or something like that, or use the same hero 15 times in a turn, or have the twins, anything like that, just to test. Just wanted to see. Theoretically possible. Now I cast another Miasma at them. Huge. Because I really need to start getting rid of slates off this field. And mana is the easiest way for me to accomplish that right now. We got the cantrip 2 on that, and now has the ability to cast again. That would actually just kill both of the slates on the bottom line for us right now. That's so much mana. Yeah, I have to do that. It would be really good if I could also re-roll the ability to push the usage of that again. Which we did. I'll take a heal on the medic. That's probably your most responsible side. I don't even have to use it twice if I use the brawler to finish up the slates on the bottom line. That's so good. Oh my god, this is all working out so damn well. Okay. Sorcerer growths on their cantrip side, and then they do it again. They've got the 5 mana cantrip growth, baby. Get them. We are going to use 1 Miasma here, setting up 2 slates on the bottom line for death. The brawler will individually be able to murder either of those, each of those targets, rather. Then we will use another Miasma here. Going to use 1 more, setting up for another removal from the brawler and another attack following. The medic is going to heal the bottom line. The twin is just going to shield themselves for absolutely no reason whatsoever. And we are going to observe the fact that miasma was essential in this fight. If we didn't have the sorcerer specifically, I don't think we make it through this fight. I don't think it's even possible. Yay. That's a lot of good healing from the medic. They can get 5 health out of that. We push on all these others. And again. Don't love that. I'm gonna have the gambler push 5 damage and then just have them push 5 damage again. We're gonna look to try and remove the basalt first now. I say first. If it does an ability that doesn't really have an effect, well, no, it's gonna summon another slate. I guess we will remove it first here. The redo is always really good. Medic, I would really like a heal from you, but I'll take the mana. I think that's good enough for me right now. Oh my god, we got the side. Oh my god! Okay. Sorcerer. 6 mana growth, now it's 7. Twin, let them reuse it. 7 mana growth, now it's 8. And then twin, let them reuse it. Now we have 29 mana. Miasma, go. Your turn. I'm gonna set up the ability to just murder these slates with the rampage. We do so, we move on. It's incredible. Gauntlet says +1 to all damage sides. It just says that. That's what it says. And there's also Greatsword. Replace the middle left side with 5 damage Inspired. Inspired says ×2 if the previously used dice this turn was higher. I mean, that occasionally eventually happens with the cantrip growth there, but I guess over a long enough fight. It sometimes happens with, no, Gambler doesn't really do 6 that much. It sometimes happens with the Steel. Or there's just +1 to all damage sides. +1 to all damage sides is nice. We could just throw that on the Gambler and be very happy with it again. I mean, the Greatsword is also just, like, for the Gambler, it just gives them a second high roll. Because worst case, it's 5 damage full stop. Oh, does that make it really good? I think so. It could also nullify the negative of Big Hammer. You could have a 5 damage heavy blank and then replace the blank with the Greatsword. So we could have 2 twins that are just possibly dealing 5 damage apiece consistently. We could have aggressive twins if we decide that ultimately that is what the fight is asking for. This is cool. Well, digging the twins. That's the ability to instantly murder one of the targets on the field. We take that. In fact, this will do the same on the Brawler, so we can take out a sniper with the range shot, and then the Brawler can take out the zombie. Push. Take the lock. Push. Push. Ah, well. Could have gone better, could have gone worse. Let's take out the instant removal of one of them. So the Hydra is splitting its attack against these 2 twins, which is why we're losing both right now. I could theoretically save them, but I could also just kill the sniper. I'm gonna save the twins. Unfortunately, the twins are both now weakened by 2, so unless they roll the fidget spinner side, they're doing nothing. Again, to kill a long distance target, we love those. Heal a target out of current ill effect. Let's take that too. Also, the Brawler's ability to defend themselves this turn seems nice. Okay. There goes the twin. I can use Renew this turn in order to save the twin as well. Sorry, there goes the Archer, was what I was previously supposed to say. Brawler attack, and Actually, I should let the reuse be the engage attack so that I get extra damage. Especially with the two twins not having the ability to instantly themselves deal damage, and the sorcerer not having generated a lot of mana in this fight so far, it does seem pretty likely that I'm going to actually have to work through all the HP of the Hydra here, so I'm going to kind of self-manage based around that idea. Although we then got a lot more mana. Burst, miasma. That's enough. Assassin and Prophet here. Assassin for the same range damage. Unfortunately, we will lose the ability to set a hero to 6 HP if we take the medic. The Prophet will have the ability to give all allies heal 1 and regen, but that's not particularly effective for keeping the twins alive. I think specifically for that reason, I'm going to take the Assassin and give them the pretty much exactly the same stuff they had actually, the +1 to all damage sides. Wait, did I not take +1 to all damage sides? I didn't? I took the greatsword instead? Oof. That's actually not what I really want right now. Oof, oof, oof. I'm gonna give the medic the greatsword so they actually do have an attack here. The wisps could kind of screw with us a little bit, but I actually might go with battle medic here. The ability to just straight up murder some of the wisps on the field is very, very appealing. All right. So the assassin's 4 damage to a single target is very, very good. It's not going to kill wisps, but with miasma it could. Twin, you should probably let them repeat. A brawler attacking, defending for 3. I mean, I would really still like to push you for possibly getting your steel side, which you still haven't, but we do have the ability to roll again, and it got a lot worse. Bugger. I think I know how to deal with this. It's gonna suck a lot next turn, though. 2 damage, inflict pain. All of my people will have just inflict pain on them. I can't really stop that right now. There's like... Is there anything I can do to stop that? Actually, there might be. Let's have a look at some alternative turns here. So I can strike that target and then do it again, getting 2 wisps down low enough to then give me access to miasma. And then I can strike those targets such that the core dies next round. I could even keep one of the twins alive right now by getting some extra mana by attacking another one of the wisps and then utilizing that mana to renew. I mean, taking out a core as well as 2 of the wisps on the first turn with that, I feel pretty comfy with. Another plan would have had me take out 2 cores, but it would have revealed, like, everyone to ridiculous damage this round. Medic has the ability to take out the wisp on the top line. We like that. We got mana, but the sorcerer is probably not going to be able to help us with it. Okay. I guess the sorcerer can theoretically do it, though. And then burst for a bunch of damage against the core. We lose the sorcerer and the twin with this. Okay, I really don't want to lose the sorcerer if possible. The sorcerer is taking that key damage against this core incoming. So were that the core I removed well, I can't remove it instantly is the big thing, right? Unless I let the wisp on the top line summon. In which case the medic could just strike the core and then we can just finish it. We can even still follow up with the miasma at the end. We only lose the remaining twin, and we get enough damage on the core that we can pretty comfortably confirm we'll be able to kill it this turn. Yeah, in between all of our abilities to deal 5 damage to target. So the twins only coming back with 1 HP apiece? I mean, yo, that could be a lot worse. Silk Cape, copy the leftmost side onto the middle row. I mean, the assassin having 3 multiple poison single-use targets is really good. The brawler actually having steal would be wild. Sorry. Silk Cape. Copy the leftmost side onto the entire middle row. Yeah, all of them are now cantrip growth mana. Sorcerer, go. I don't think they share the same growth, but it's still really cool. The medic probably shouldn't have damage in this fight. Oops. Oh, that's a mistake. There's one we file under the mistake, Ionis. Boy. Twins, you getting the ability to force a push would be nice. Okay, what can we do here? Because the assassin has to stun the back line, preventing some incoming deaths. I can use Renew to help out. The most painful targets are these. This troll on the bottom, just in case. I could shield the brawler enough to take out one of the trolls, then only renew the survivor and miasma in order to kill the wisp in the back line, as well as leave that troll. Yeah, that seemed fine. That seemed completely a-okay. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm just gonna take those two. It's too much mana to not. That, repeat, that again. 5 damage to you, 2 damage to you, 3 damage to you. I'm just gonna miasma you 4 times, casually. Maybe I don't even upgrade the sorcerer, sorry, the medic. So medic would have strand, heal 2 spell rescue, as well as the ability to give us little pumps of mana. That's almost not worth it to me. Or the witch gives us access to cheap ways to just heal targets. Also has access to weaken and cleanse, which can be pretty important. I think if I don't have the ability to renew targets to 6 HP in this fight to keep the twins alive against AoE effects from the dragon, such as cleave, poison, I think I just lose. So we are not going to level up the medic. The medic is the right person for us right here. Is there anything I want to change about my build right now? I mean, the medic having less damage right now and having access to cleanse and poison seems good, seems very useful, seems appropriate. Is there any way I want to change any of these other items on any of these other characters right now? Do I really not want regen 1? Instead taking... No, Greatsword is good enough to put in there, but I don't think I put the big hammer over the cleanse. Let's go. Let's absolutely go. I could also, like, you know, you can have big hammer and the silk cape to make 5 damage across the middle line and put that on 2 twins and stuff like that, but it's 5 damage heavy. It's only ever going to hit the dragon. No, we need combo. We need growth. We need miasma. My god, they want to kill those twins. Assassin finds a pretty optimal opener there in terms of killing the dragon, but not a pretty optimal opener in terms of saving my board. Can I even prevent the twins from dying here? Poison 3 incoming. I mean, I can only prevent them from dying by getting a lot of mana. And that is accomplished with the target heroes can use their die again. I got the ranged attack I was looking for. I got 1 growth side, which may be enough. I'm going to attempt this turn, and then if I need to, I'll come back to reroll some stuff. So, How do we attempt this turn? That is, we need to get the core and the archer down. They are doing too much. Full stop. And if I give you the ability to fire a ranged attack again, you can take out the archer instantly this turn, preventing some incoming damage. Then 3 miasma sets up a really good fight against the dragon, but unfortunately we lose both of the twins and the medic. That's not acceptable. Alternatives. We could renew 2 targets and still lose them. Let's look at some other options. They are so supremely getting overkilled. I do wonder if it's just not possible to save. So let's get the assassin using that, taking out that target, and we will leave the core alive this turn. Now if I get as much mana as I possibly can, I do have the ability still to kill the core, and I have 1 excess mana left over. Two renews, 2 bursts. I can't keep the other twin alive, I don't think. So then it's a miasma. And that's what we do. I don't love this at all, but I think it's the best I can do with this turn and both of the twins being heavily targeted on turn 1. YouTube did that thing where it auto-tracked to a different thing after I told it to stop auto-playing stuff. So it may have been playing another Ben Prunty album, which was publicly available on YouTube, but it's possible it's also in the Content ID database. So if it gets stripped out of the background of this video, I apologize for that. I am honestly probably just gonna have to download something that is appropriate to just play locally rather than let the internet possibly influence it. Okay. Yeah, I heavily expected to be able to remove the core from the field easily like this. I really want the ability to reuse so the medic can actually help people here. This, did you have to get like 3 poison cleave on both of the first 2 turns? Like, it's actually absurd. It hurts so much. It's okay, it's only my physical form. Brawler, if you could attack and defend yourself at the same time, that would be preferable. I'm not even letting the Sorcerer reroll just because they have a growth side, really? No, they absolutely should have rerolled last turn. And that may come back to bite me in a very significant fashion. Renew keeps the medic alive. I don't think I can keep the other twin alive much longer, though. And I think a faster miasma is a better miasma. Stop with the poison cleave! It's like, it's the best thing you can do! Why? Yeah, I have to take the cleanse every single time on the medic, otherwise we've already lost, but I suspect that maybe something I should just get used to. In this particular instance, I mean, not just pessimistic in general. But it doesn't feel like I survive much longer. I can save the medic this turn. No, I can't even save the medic this turn like that. I can't even save the brawler because the poison is what's killing them. Oh. Yeah. The 6 HP was very helpful until we had people with 6 poison. And then the setting of 6 HP was not particularly effective anymore. Okay, so what can I do overall in this fight, in total? I could save the brawler instead of the assassin. The brawler has more self-defense here. The assassin does have the 6 damage side with the cruel though. Brawler can attack and defend at the same time. So that would be something like that. In fact, I might also be able to save the assassin then. Yeah, keep 2 people on the board. Only lose the medic. I'll take that. I mean, sure, they're probably dead now. But it's different now. Brawler, if you can stay alive by using that, I would love to see it. 6 damage from the assassin is absolutely the best side they can hit. Sorcerer, could you go back to using the good ones? I've seen the 1 mana cantrip side so many times here. So many times. We no longer have access to renew, obviously. I already have lethal. 1, 2, 3. Get him! Yeah! I'm gonna ignore the fact that I lost 2 times this episode and decreased the difficulty. Yeah! We got him! Absolutely told him. Can't be beaten. Let's have a look at what we unlocked as well. Dragon eggs, kill 3 dragon eggs, unlock a monster. Dragon egg, yeah, has the possibility of summoning a dragon. You absolutely must target that first, otherwise you lose. How are you gonna kill the dragon? We might find out in the next episode, and hopefully we do. My name has been Rhapsody, the name of the game has been Slicey Dicey. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. There is a series playlist up at the top left with my YouTube recommendation down below. Streaming past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. That are above the thanks here, and a special thanks this episode to John. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.